Hello, this is Mr. Stapleton, Academy for Health Careers. I'm here to talk about the Toulmin Model for argumentation. This is for students who might want to go to the next level with their writing, who might want to get a more advanced sense of all the things that go into argument. And if you understand what's in this, I encourage you to look more about it on the internet and find all the information you can, because it can help you really build deep arguments that have all the stuff you need to make things good. So what the Toulmin model is, dates back way back to the 50s. It's 6 ingredients that should be in your argument, in your writing. They're called the claim, the grounds, the warrant, the backing, the qualifier, and the rebuttal. If you saw the other videos we have here, you'll see that we sort of incorporated all these into the writing already, but we want to spell it out for you here and give a big overview to all the things. So you should already know what a claim is. It answers the question, what are you trying to prove? So if that should be something that's debatable, that is concise, and is clear. When I say it's debatable, I mean if it's a guaranteed fact that no one would argue with, then it would be, so for instance, if I said pollution is bad for the environment, that is not really debatable because that's the definition of what pollution is. Concise means that it's something that is short. You're not going on and on. Your claim should not be a paragraph long. It should be a clear statement that is brief and everything. I'm going to be a little controversial today. Seems lately this is a controversial statement. Parents should vaccinate their children. I'm going to use that as my claim, and then we're going to use that as an example to carry through. But if you're doing your own essay writing, I want you to look at the question here, and as you're preparing your own essay, try to answer this question. So what are you trying to prove in your writing? And what I'm trying to prove with this is parents should vaccinate their children. The grounds. So once you've made a claim, you need some evidence to support that. Grounds could be facts, statistics. It could be quotes from a reliable source. So here's a quote from the World Health Organization. According to the World Health Organization, immunization prevents between 2 to 3 million deaths each year. That is information from a reliable institution that can help support the claim that I've made. The next thing I want to do is the warrant. So I have a claim I made. I had a fact I've shown. Now you have to really connect those two. How does this fact prove this claim? You got to really spell it out to the reader and make it as clear as possible. So I said 2 to 3 million people deaths are prevented each year from immunization. So 2 to 3 million is a big number. It suggests that if your children are unvaccinated, there's a good chance they'll be affected. Then you go to the backing. So once you've given support, is there any additional support you think you need to prove your argument? How can you be sure it's accurate? What other issues, what other questions might come out of it? So backing is kind of similar to the grounds, but it's giving more, it's going to the next level and making sure that everything is covered and that you've said all you need to say. So furthermore, according to the Department of Health and Human Services, vaccines do not just protect you, they protect people in your community who are not vaccinated. So we already established that there's a certain number of people protected by vaccination, and that's a reason, but it goes to an additional that it's not just you, it is protecting other people around you. So the backing takes that argument and that evidence to the next level. A qualifier is something that shows that you understand the limitations of your argument. So you're answering, is your claim always true? Are there exceptions? So you're trying to make your argument more specific. You're trying to limit the scope to make it so that you understand that things aren't applied to all situations. Of course, some people might have allergies that prevent them from getting vaccinated. These children, of course, there's a typo there. Did you catch it? Should not be vaccinated. But if you can get vaccinated, you should. The rebuttal is another thing I hope you're familiar with already. What would someone who disagrees with you say? How would you respond to them? Make it clear that you understand the other side of the argument. So some people claim that vaccines contribute to conditions such as autism. However, according to the CDC, years of reliable research has continued to prove no link between vaccines and autism. That is from the CDC, the Center for Disease Control. So I want you to think about this all together, that a complete argument makes clear the writer knows the facts, understands the limitations, and acknowledges the other side. So the Toulmin model, the purpose of it is to make sure that you get the full picture and that you understand all these ingredients and how they help give you credibility to make your arguments, to support your writing. So I really encourage you to look over these questions when you're starting to write an essay, the questions that are on these slides. Really encourage you to look at diagrams and things online that will also be a good support for you. As usual, whenever I presenting an argument, I recommend that you have references. References are very essential for argument writing, very essential when you have facts. So thank you very much, and I hope this was helpful for you.